They not world chip. Well, that's why we could. There's 8 programs in the middle. I would see one have done. Yes.
So, are you gonna ask me?
Let's have a hat. Do you do
Pat, ask some questions. Just stand over there, Pat, and ask some questions.
Well, he told me, well, after the same, they looked a bit. What's
that? What's that? Yes.
I just want to make sure I look. He just told me it was 359.
Yeah. Yes.
I popped it with some stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
White drums.
Why drums? You know,
You look at the give me. Let's help.
drums have always appealed to me in music. It seems like that's the instrument that touches my heart and soul and speaks to me first out of all the instruments. And that's why I love the drums, and that's why I play the drums. Since a little child, I would watch the drummer in church, and I would rip off the handles of the fans in the church and try to mimic the drummer. I've always loved drums. And I love all the instruments, and I love a lot of styles of music. But yeah, I have a special place in my heart for the drum.
I like the short things. The short things are good. Can use short things. Who's your influence?
Who's my influence? Everybody from Tony Williams to Tito Puente to Pancho Sanchez to Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, Billy Cobham. I have so many favorite drummers from Questlove to Travis Barker, and they all say something special. So I don't know if I have a favorite, but these are some of the people who, once again, speak to my heart.
Is this going to be an issue back behind you? You got it, right? What's that? It's going to be a little behind me.
You can ask them to move or it's okay. Okay.
Directional, like, how can that, like, Freddie?
Okay.
All right, sweet. All right, what about drums healing and feelings? What's the healing nature of drums?
It's interesting that you asked me that question. That's a great question. Drums have been used therapeutically throughout history, or some may say spiritually. From the Buddha temples, they had percussions, to Indian ceremonies, to, Africa, when they want to heal people, they play the djembe drums. A lot of times we think of drums as an instrument to get our blood pumping and dance, but drums can be played in a way to heal and soothe as well.
Saturday or what? Saturday night, wouldn't it? Let's be like Monday, Tuesday or something where we could just go through. Why the weird yellow beanie hat?
You know what? I actually was trying to be cool. I don't know if it really is cool. I don't know if it's cool, but yeah, I like gold and I like Scully's. I'm from Cleveland, which is like Chicago. We wear a lot of hats here. So, it's one of my favorite Scully's. It has, threads coming apart, and I need a new one.
You could meet someone that's already passed on.
Are we just talking about percussionists or anybody?
Anybody.
I would love to meet Michael Jackson. He was one of my influences as well. And one of the things I liked about Michael Jackson is that he uses music to bring us together. He has songs such as We Are the World. You hear him sing lyrics like, heal the world, make it a better place for you and me and the entire human race. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. He was one of the artists that I grew up on as a child who I saw him use music to socially bring us together. And that influenced me as an artist, that I also use my music to try to push our human family forward.
Could you give me what's your advice for maybe people starting off, kids starting off out, where you just a liker?
One of the advices I would give kids starting off in life is to believe in yourself. And you hear it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. It may sound a little corny, but it's seriously the truth. Belief is everything. Belief is everything. To believe in ourselves, to put it all on the line and not be afraid to mess up, and understand in our mess ups, in our what we consider accidents, those are also learning lessons. So don't be afraid to mess up. That's how you grow. A scientist will mix a lot of different chemicals together and he'll get different reactions. Maybe it may smoke. The next time it may explode. The next time it may catch on fire. The next time it may not do anything. But he'll keep experimenting until he figures out what he's looking for, he or she is looking for. In a lot of ways, we should approach that mindset. You should look at life as scientists and not be so emotional about the learning process. Because if you believe it, you really can achieve it. The key is belief, dedication, and working hard, not giving up. So I would encourage everybody to believe in themselves. At one point, I was just dreaming about being a drummer and being a jazz recording artist and touring the world. And now I'm doing it because I believed in myself, I worked hard, and I didn't give up.
What's next for Love?
What's next? I'm dropping a new album called Manifestation. Look out for that. I'm looking forward to touring, as well as we'll be
like sit down and just go through the system and say, look,
I'm looking forward to dropping my album, Manifestation,
show us all we need to do and people inside.
and I'm looking forward to touring. We're working on that now. And I will be dropping a book pretty soon as well called The Book of Eli, which covers emotional intelligence.
First of all, I don't know what is the light stuff. So, yeah, you're more you good.
It's up to you. You tell me.
I mean, I think they covered a lot of things.
Okay.
I think our just there, right? Do you want to talk about your show at all, or so like we do? What about June 9th?
We can't talk. So this Juneteenth show that we just did was a special show. My partner Tammy, who's part of the Tribe of Eli movement, put this June 19th celebration together. With it being our first time, we had a few little hiccups, but once again, we learned from it. And we're going to come back even stronger next year. We had a great turnout. Everybody enjoyed themselves. And it was really a good vibe. It was just really good times. I got a chance to see a lot of family and friends. And again, you know, it's all attitude determines our altitude. I could have went into an emotional breakdown because certain things weren't lining up and it was a trickle effect, but we just kept calm. And before you knew it, we were in such a good, positive space. So that's another thing I would encourage the youth to be the thermostat. Don't be the thermometer. The thermometer is...
No, they're about May doesn't.
The thermometer...
They call the video stuff for our
One measures, one controls.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's why I have a manager. So the thermometer measures the temperature in the room, but the thermostat controls the temperature. And you can always be the thermostat. You can always control the temperature. Even if somebody's being mean and ugly to you, you can always still control the temperature.
How about one more bit on how music can heal? We might fix that. A big strong. Okay, have that one sing.
A lot of people don't know how healing music is. Music is so good on the therapeutic side. You know, when I'm at a low point emotionally, I can put on an upbeat and it'll get me going. Or if I'm having anxiety, I can put on a slow song and it will relax me. Not only that, music is one of the few things that actually stimulates the entire... Can you get... Is it cool? Is it cool? Are they bleeding into it? Okay. So, music is one of those few things that stimulates the entire brain. And it has been proven in science to develop the brain with our children as well as help in the learning and education process. So music is a great thing. It's one of the few things that brings us all together. You know, when you go to a game, you know, it's this team versus this team, that country versus that country. But when we go to a concert, to a Beatles concert, or we go to a Prince concert, everybody's in harmony with each other until that concert's over. I can say so many beautiful things about this thing called music, and I'm grateful to be able to do it every day. And you don't have to be a professional musician to put music in your life, just like you have a professional cook and then you have some people that just love to cook at the house. You can get you an instrument and just do it for the love of it. And then there's some people who just are okay with listening to music. But definitely, I would encourage everybody to put music in your life because you'll see real quickly how it affects your mood. It's like a medicine, actually. It can actually affect your mood. So music is definitely a healing tool to have in your life. I'll tell you one last story. We were playing down at the Cleveland Clinic, and this lady was in a wheelchair. She hadn't moved all year. She was in a veggie state. And we started playing some music, and she got out of her wheelchair and she started dancing. The doctors started crying and we started crying. And they said, we've seen this before. We know what music does, but the power of music, but it still always gets us. And we're really just now really diving into music. Now we're using music in neurology to try to understand the brain better. And it's a new science that we're really starting to take serious now. So I'm enjoying the whole.
I gotta take this bigger pace. This
Pause.
I'm enjoying the whole experience.
Thank you. I'm enjoying the whole experience. I'm enjoying going deeper into this thing called music. And I think everybody should go a little deeper into this thing called music. And if you think about it, music is all around us. Everything is vibrating at a different BPM and vibration. Some vibrations we can't even hear, but they will put certain equipment to a tree. They can tell you where the tree is vibrating and the note that is vibrating that. So it's just vibration is everywhere, and music is everywhere. So I don't know if we actually look at it like that, but the bird sings, the water has a vibration and tone to it. Everything has sound to it. And I guess if you would talk to a carpenter, they can tell you everything about life that relates to carpentry. So I'm just being a big musician right now. But yeah, I think musician rocks. I think music rocks. And I think it has did a lot for our human family, and I think it will continue to do so.
Back about the Scully Cow. What can I expect from Elijah G concert?
You can expect when you come to Elijah G concert to be around positive energy, for your spirit to be uplifted. If you're already in a good mood, for your spirit to go to a whole nother level, because we're all about putting out positive vibrations and connecting with our audience. Tonight, we got a chance to do that. We connected with our audience. Everybody enjoyed themselves because we're playing from a good space. We're playing from a spiritual place because we realize that this gift that God has given us is for us to serve. You have some musicians who, I'm this big superstar, I'm a rock star. And that's, it's okay to have pride in yourself. But I think the main thing that any of us can do with any of the gifts that we have, whether it be a manager, whether it's being a videographer, is to serve others. So that's what you can expect. When you come to Elijah G show, we're going to serve you. We're going to serve you with a big pot of gumbo. You're going to love it. It's going to be seasoned really good. And you're going to walk out like, I'm about to fall asleep. That was some good gumbo. That's what I can promise you when you come to Elijah G show.
I love it. No free Scully Caps.
You know what? I think we're going to have some Scully Caps for you guys too. That's a good idea. Again, you have to get you a manager. Managers help your life to be easier. Love y'all.
I love it. Yeah.